The list of reasons why having kids is literally one of the worst decisions you could ever make is endless, but today we're going to go into one of the top reasons on that list in detail. It's detrimental to your physical health and well-being.
I lost my hearing when I was pregnant with my second child.
Pregnancy made this woman lose both her hearing and her sense of smell. Two crucial senses lost, all because she decided to reproduce.
The shaggy of all shaggies that I have seen in this third trimester is going partially deaf. Checked on Google, they're like, oh, it's a normal thing. The blood vessels are swollen and so sometimes it can swell up in the ears.
So she apparently lost her hearing when she was pregnant the first time, and then a year later had the brilliant idea to get pregnant again, which then caused her to lose her sense of smell. This is something called pregnancy rhinitis, which is not that uncommon and can affect up to 42% of pregnant women. This pregnant woman said the reason her eyes are this way is from morning sickness. She vomited so much the blood vessels in her eyes popped. This is also common for women who pushed too hard during labor. This just looks so painful and disturbing. She did say that it feels uncomfortable and compared it to feeling like there's hair in her eyes. Do these women know that pregnancy is optional? Because I can't think of anything that would make me want to go through this. Research shows that pregnancy requires the same physical endurance as a 40-week marathon and can be as painful as breaking bones. I had a woman today tell me she had no idea that being pregnant can permanently harm her body, and I can't help wondering which part of this is personal ignorance or a societal lie and glorification of pregnancy. Your body goes through a lot of horrific symptoms during pregnancy. Your toenails could fall off, you could experience significant hair loss, or your hair turning gray. Diarrhea. You won't have a period for the 9 months of your pregnancy, but after you give birth, you will have the equivalent of 9 months of period blood coming out of you, usually for 3 to 6 weeks after pregnancy. There's a high chance of you getting hemorrhoids and losing the ability to control your bladder. Skin tags. Contractions don't stop immediately after giving birth to the baby. They will continue until you deliver the placenta. And that placenta leaves a wound the size of a dinner plate in your uterus. One of the ways you could die during childbirth is because the amniotic fluid could get into your bloodstream through just a tiny cut or a tear. Sometimes babies in the womb kick their mother so hard it fractures their ribs. Your feet growing in size, a broken tailbone from delivery is also not uncommon. Bleeding gums, extremely loose skin in the stomach after giving birth, the high cortisol levels cause pregnant women to have intensely scary nightmares. Severe internal pains from your organs moving before and after pregnancy, nipples tripling in size. Pregnancy can also cause diabetes. I'm pretty sure people living near nuclear power plants experience less severe symptoms. And when you're pregnant, men will only care about the baby, and your own life will be treated as forfeit if it comes down to choose between you and the baby. But of course, men don't have to go through all this and will never know what it's like. When they want kids, all they have to do is have sex for a few minutes and that's it. Adding to the list of the billions of reasons why men are privileged,
I want to be a dad and I don't want to be a mom because I don't want to carry a human being in my body for 9 months and go through the birthing process. I just want another human being in this world with my DNA that is equally related to me as the person that gave birth. I don't want to watch what I eat for 9 months and be potentially depressed after I give birth. I just want to show up to the hospital drunk and have a baby that's mine. I also don't want the society to assume that it's my responsibility to take the kids to recitals and practices. I just want to drop my kids to school once a year and get praises from all the moms and teachers to be like, oh my god, what a great dad you are.
Fortunately, men still go through some suffering because they decided to reproduce. Like this dad, for example.
This is the craziest parent story that you're gonna hear, so listen up. My son jammed a thin little paintbrush in my ear, and now I am completely deaf in my left ear. I wear a hearing aid, if you can see it hiding in there, to help me hear. When I was making eggs one morning, I picked him up, he had this little paintbrush in his hand, and he jammed it in my ear and completely destroyed my eardrum. Gone, no more. I went and got surgery. Unfortunately, the surgery wasn't super effective, and my hearing is only about 20% in my left ear.
Did you know that the chainsaw was originally invented for childbirth? In the 18th century, cesareans were rarely performed as they were considered too dangerous. Instead, something called a symphysiotomy was performed. This involved using a knife to remove pieces of the woman's pelvic bone and cartilage by hand. This was painful and time-consuming, and so in 1780, Scottish doctors John Aitken and James Jeffrey invented a hand-cranked primitive version of the modern chainsaw to do this instead. It was then further used for other bone-cutting operations like amputations.
It's estimated that in the UK alone, over 30,000 women suffered negative experiences during delivery, and several of them developed post-traumatic stress disorder. Medical misogyny and negligence is a contributing factor to this. Homicide is the leading cause of death in pregnant women. People think being pregnant gives women more protection or special privileges, but it just puts them in more danger with men. This is mostly as a result of domestic violence situations. The main reason women lie on their backs during pregnancy is because it was what the male doctors found most comfortable for them, not for the women giving birth.
I've had a lot of people asking me why and how I don't have teeth at the ripe age of 33. Well, let me tell you, it's because of kids. All right. I was pregnant with my daughters and they took all of the calcium out of my body. Not only did they take the teeth out of my head, but they did help me out a little bit by taking calcium deposits that I had all around my body, like in my fingers and in my toes and in my knees. I initially went to the dentist a few years ago. I went to Aspen Dental and they told me that it was going to be $28,000 to fix my teeth. I did not have insurance at the time. So I told them to yank those suckers out. I did end up having a bad feeling about Aspen Dental after the fact, and I went to a different dentist, and they're like, yeah, no, you shouldn't have had them pulled. We could have done better. Are you fucking kidding me? I have been consistently losing weight over the past 3 years because I can't eat shit. I'm stuck on a retirement diet where I can't eat anything other than the shit that I can mush with my tongue. It's bullshit, and I am hungry and cranky. I have been without teeth for 10 days. I was able to wear my top dentures for the first time all day without any discomfort yesterday. I took them out of my head for 30 seconds and my dog ate them and still hasn't shit them out.
This woman shared a video of what pregnancy hormones did to her face. This is apparently caused by the increase of estrogen levels in the body. She said the intense acne persisted every day no matter what skincare she used, and the closer she got to the due date of her pregnancy, the worse it got. Some of you may see this and just laugh it off, but it's actually so tragic that so many women go through things like this. The most insane part is that no one is forcing you to. These things sound morbidly funny until you realize it's real. Pregnancy shouldn't cost you your body like this. But due to medical misogyny, women end up paying in hair, bone density, and sometimes their actual teeth. Mothers are treated like afterthoughts, not patients, not people, just vessels. The worst part is, some people try to delude themselves into thinking this is a beautiful, pleasant experience. Some even call it a blessing. This is what Michela, a mother who gave birth to triplets, wrote in her caption about her experience with pregnancy. She wrote, "On the one hand, I'm incredibly impressed with my body, and on the other hand, incredibly sad about it. Many of you started following along when I was heavily pregnant with the triplets and saw my huge pregnancy belly in here that went viral over and over again. So of course, there will be many sweet questions about how the stomach is doing now. But it's hard for me to share, because I'm having a hard time talking about it without starting to cry. Without me crawling into a big black hole. In short, my stomach doesn't feel good. My body generally doesn't. The severely divided abdominal muscles mean that I'm walking around with constant pain in my back, abdomen, hips, and lower abdomen. And it's exhausting to be in pain constantly. It takes so much energy and surplus. And then I hate how it looks. I hate that I constantly look pregnant. My intestines are bubbling right under my skin. I can't wear my old clothes. I have to wear special underwear to lift up the sagging skin, and I can't do anything about it. And I get so embarrassed when Mark or the girls look at my naked body or touch my belly, and now the tears are rolling down my cheeks. My body doesn't feel like mine anymore. It feels foreign and uncomfortable. And although I can objectively see how crazy it is that it hasn't taken any more cosmetic damage, I mourn it. So, yeah, think it through and think wisely before you decide to reproduce. Ask yourself if it's really that necessary. Thank you so much if you watched to this point. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.